Should I join an MCN? What is an MCN? That's what we talk about today. Here we go. Hello and welcome back to another video. Now if you're new around here and you're looking to start your YouTube channel, grow your YouTube channel or push your brand out there onto the second largest search engine on the internet, click subscribe and start creating. Multi-channel networks is one of those things that everybody seems to know about but don't seem to know in full detail. The longer you're on YouTube making videos, the more chance you are that you hear about these MCNs or multi-channel networks, and you may even receive one of those wonderful emails that spells your name wrong and invites you into this weird club with promises. So what I'm going to do is break down what an MCN is, what they can offer you, and what I truly think of MCNs. Now, before I get started, I want to know, are you part of an MCN? What do you get out of your MCN? Have you ever considered joining a multi-channel network, or are you anti-multi-channel network, and why? Please leave a comment down below. Okay, let's start right at the beginning, like you should do. What is an MCN? An MCN is a multi-channel network, and it's effectively exactly what it sounds like. It is a collection of multiple channels together in a network to gain some kind of additional push or additional power or influence within advertising or a community to help boost your channel. The idea being that the multi-channel network itself will collect as many YouTube creators as possible. They will try and mash them together in a forum or a social setting in which they then can possibly collaborate or share ideas, and then those learning experience can help improve your channel and hopefully gain you more views and more subscribers. From a business point of view, the way this works for the MCN is the more people they have on their network, the more views they can boast to an advertising company, and then hopefully they can sell their products or services or their creators to that company to hopefully advertise against their creators. Well, in theory, but I'll explain my point of view later on in the video. Number 2, what does a multi-channel network offer you? Well, the common thing with a multi-channel network is, once again, they try and use the bargaining power of having 1,000 or 100,000 creators with billions of views created between them to talk to advertisers to hopefully advertise with their network and hopefully increase your CPM, or your advertising rate per mil per 1,000 view. Also, some MCNs have agreements with other companies. So for example, they might have a discount on TubeBuddy, or they might have a discount on free royalty music, that kind of thing. They might offer a community hub, some way to look at your analytics on their own site using their own CRM, or they may have some kind of forum that you can communicate with, chat with, ask questions, collaborate through. And they do this for a small percentage of your income. In some cases, they'll take 20% of your take-home advertising revenue. So therefore, if you get 100% of your advertising revenue, you give 20-30% to YouTube, then the MCN takes another 20% of your remaining 75, 70, 65% from YouTube. Some of them will even lock you into a contract for 6 to 12 months, or no lock-in. Once again, it depends on the MCN and their agreement and what they're willing to offer you or not. 3, can this help you? Now, this is the grey-ish area. Now, if you are new, if you are upcoming, and if you're not tied to a contract, in my opinion, that's possibly the best type of MCN direction you can go in, if at all going with an MCN. So, can it help you? Now, if you was going to go out of your way to buy backing tracks for free music to put in the back of your videos, and it's going to cost you £20-30 per month on your own, but this MCN offers it for free only for 20% of your income revenue, then that can kind of work, because it effectively means you can earn £100 a month, they take 20% of that, that's their 20 quid, and you're still saving because you would have paid that royalty-free music people £25-30 per month. But are you earning £100 per month? Or on the flip side, maybe you don't use backing music. Maybe you're like me. I dabbled a little bit, but I always use the YouTube free music, in which there will be a link down below. There is a free library of audio library from YouTube that you don't have to pay for. Why not use that rather than ones that are bundled with MCNs? So in my case, I never needed backing music. I also didn't see an increase of CPM revenue, And every time they promised and offered, oh, we can do this and we can do that. No MCN in the 4.5 years that I've been on YouTube or dabbling on YouTube or learning from YouTube, no MCN within that period of time could promise and prove an increase in a channel directly with their assistance. MCNs are great for the upper echelons. If you are Ray William Johnson, if you are Epic Rap Battles of History, if you are Philip DeFranco, if you are Alfie Days, if you are Zoella, all of those are at the top end of YouTube. So it makes sense for the MCNs to court them, to keep them, to make them happy. Because 20% or even 10% of their revenue can fund an MCN, can fund all that stuff. And that, of course, means that they're going to dedicate more time to that top level of YouTuber because they're going to make money from them. So it would make more sense that if we're going to make more money from them and we get a percentage of what they earn, we need to make sure that they earn even more so we get even more of that money. Understand what I'm saying? On the other end of the scale, if you're a very small YouTuber that earns that MCN possibly pence or a few quid each and every month, why are they going to invest, say, a member of staff to sit down specifically for you, to answer your phone calls, to talk to you individually, to give you a growth strategy? Doesn't make sense. And that's why MCNs have two levels of creators, which happen to be normal creators and managed. And the managed are the ones that have managers and help them and push them and are the face of the brand. So ask yourself at this point, does that MCN truly help you? If you need that backing music, if you need what they offer for free, if you want that discount from TubeBuddy and feel that instead of you paying them £60 a year, you can get TubeBuddy from them for free, why not? It seems synergistic. But make sure that you're not locked into a contract where you can't disappear for 3 years, because a channel can grow a lot in 3 years. 3 years ago, my Mr. Hairy Brit channel had 1,000 subscribers leading into Christmas. This year, I could possibly hit 35 to 38,000 subscribers on the projection that's currently there. You can see that's a large growth. And you can also assume that there is a change in income or views within that. Because when I first started, I was getting, if I was lucky, a couple of hundred views a day. My Mr. Hairy Brit channel at the moment can get anywhere between 60 to 100,000 views a day. So if I was locked into a 3-year contract where I couldn't move or couldn't do anything, and they're not bothering to help me and they're not bothering to hook me up with collaborations or increase my advertising revenue, how does that help me? But that certainly helps them because I can't go anywhere. So I guess we've now reached that point. Number 4, what do I think of MCNs? Now, multi-channel networks can help you. Multi-channel networks can assist specific YouTubers within specific niches. If you are a musical artist and that's a musical MCN and they can hook you up with other musically minded individuals, right? Maybe you need a backing track. Maybe you need someone to be vocalist. Maybe you actually need a songwriter to help you. Maybe you need some assistance in making a music video and you can't do it on your own in a living room in front of a weird screen, right? Those things are wonderful within MCNs because everyone's creatively in the same niche and everyone's within that bubble that can communicate within the same forum and you can connect. That can help. And an MCN can drill down on that niche if they do it properly. My issue with MCN is the catch-all approach. So many times in the past, until very recently, MCNs were just hoarding people. They didn't really care. They'd send out mass emails saying, hi, so-and-so name, and then a default email that promises, we can increase your CPM, we can give you this, here's a free royalty music, there's a CRM system that can track your analytics. Basically, this is the thing that blows my brain. You don't have to be part of an MCN to get these things. You want in-depth analytics, go to Google Analytics. Go to YouTube Analytics in the free YouTube Analytics system that's on YouTube. Just learn that. It's a hell of a lot better, and that's where they pull the data from anyway. What they're trying to do is invite you into this, what seems to be all-inclusive club that will accept pretty much anyone anyway, and then you, with your 2,000 views, is added to another 100 people with 2,000 views, and now that MCN's got 200,000 views, which sounds so amazing that they can sell it to other advertisers. Here you go, have 200,000 chips rather than just 2,000. I mean, 2,000 is a lot, but still, you get my point. Until very, very recently, that was the method of an MCN. Amass as many numbers, amass enough statistics that you can section them off to markets in which you can go, look, I've got a demographic here where this guy makes videos on cars, and all of these other people make videos on cars, advertise against these car videos with us. Here's a makeup tutorialist, and we've got 30 others within that niche. Why not, you know, sell your lipstick through us? Now, that can work in theory, but you are one very small fish in a massive sea, and you're likely to get eaten by other small fish or neglected entirely and starve. My opinion on MCNs is you can pretty much do it yourself. In all of the time that I've been on YouTube, I've never directly joined an MCN, and I don't feel that I've missed out on that. If you want that community, if you want to go and find forums, there's forums out there that you can join that are free, that aren't part of MCN. Or you can, if you need that community to communicate, I strongly advise the ICG, which is the Internet Creators Guild. There's a small fee to join. It can be around about £10 per month. But within there, they've got all their tutorial. They've got a very friendly community, and you can chat within a Slack chat. And I've collaborated with them previously. So you don't have to be part of an MCN to see these areas. The one very recent change is Disney's Maker Studio. Maker, who used to own Ray William Johnson and currently owns the likes of Epic Rap Battles of History, the Shaytards, and many other large YouTubers within that niche, started shedding people out of their Maker Studio MCN recently. Basically, they realised as an MCN that mass hoarding people is not only hard to kind of control, because you've got, say, 30,000 people. How do you know out of those 30,000 people that 3 of them aren't creating videos that you don't really want in your studio, that aren't Disney friendly, or are adult content, or are saying things inappropriately on live streams? Pewdie. So what they started doing was actually releasing people from their MCN network contracts and focusing on the bigwigs. So effectively, they were serving the people that was actually paying them, and then they actually did a job to make those people better, rather than people down here at the bottom paying these people to make these people better. So I personally advise that you should really scrutinise an MCN. Talk to them. Ask them, how can it help me? How will you help me? Not necessarily the forums you can replace. Not necessarily the analytics, you've got the analytics yourself. How can that MCN help you? Help you achieve what you want to look for in the future? And if you feel that's cost effective, rather than you going out and paying for it yourself, if you feel that they can offer the discounts to do so, then maybe that's the MCN for you. Or go solo. You don't necessarily need that safety net if you're never going to drop off the zip line. So that's my rather rambly explanation of MCNs and what I think of them. If you want more tricks and tips on how to grow your channel, there's a free PDF up here in the description down below. Remember to subscribe to this channel, go out there, start creating.